Welcome back, you guys, to another Madden 23 Buccaneers franchise as we are looking at week one of the season versus the Green Bay Packers. And we have a couple of things we got to accomplish before we get into our game to start the season. And first things first, let's set the season goal. So with Baker Mayfield at quarterback, I'm going to go very conservative. Not that conservative. We'll go to 7 wins. I think that's actually doable. I'm not sure if that's what I actually want. Opening day keys, talking with the press on this and seeing what... Let's honestly go towards stifling defense because I just don't foresee our offense dominating, really. And I'm looking to, against the Packers, we'll say stuff the run. See if we can get some momentum by at least shutting down their rushing game because I just don't think we're going to be able to shut down Aaron Rodgers. Game planning, elite quarterback against Aaron Rodgers. Again, we're in the next season. Clearly, Aaron Rodgers is still on the Packers, and we're going to try to limit his passing. You'd think that Aaron Rodgers might be moving on from playing for the Packers or maybe retiring in general. We're not sure, but yeah, I didn't think that he might stay for the Packers, but instead it looked like Jordan Love was the one that moved on, moving in free agency as Aaron Rodgers stays with the Packers. Looking one more time at the current lineup, Paris Johnson is our starting left tackle. We got Shaq Mason at left guard right now with Will Hernandez at right guard. Hainsey is starting at center. Tristan Wirfs at right tackle. Irv Smith is our tight end for the time being, set up for a couple of years to be our tight end, although we might look to replace him in the draft. Baker Mayfield is our quarterback, obviously, kind of just a bridge or gap QB. We just don't have any other option. Leonard Fournette at halfback. We still got Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, of course. We got Russell Gage and Julio Jones. We also have Jalen Hyatt, and that's one of the young rookies that we drafted, and I look forward to him playing quite a bit. He's just pretty raw when it comes to route running. He's only really great at his deep route running, and so he is going to be a little bit more of a gadget player to start off with, and just kind of used on deep passing situations and used on jet sweeps and stuff like that, but I could definitely foresee him developing into, eventually being a crucial starter on this team down the line. On defense, we got a lot of potential, at the defensive side of the ball, but not a lot of skill. On the defensive side of the ball, we got a lot of talent in terms of we got a lot of star dev players. Got a couple of bronze as well at the defensive end spots. Really, the weakness of this defense is the defensive line. Vita Vea is fantastic, but our edge rushers, Hall is a young edge rusher at left end, only 71 overall, and Snowden is really a linebacker that has been moved over to defensive end because we're that thin at end right now. I mean, Joey Tryon could play a little bit of end as well. Shaq Barrett plays a little bit of edge rusher at times, but it is rough from the edge rusher spot, kind of. The defensive backs, though, are fantastic for the team. Jaquan Brisker and Antoine Winfield holding it down at safety. And then we got Bryce Callahan as the nickel corner with Carlton Davis and Jamel Dean starting. And we got a lot of depth at corner, too. We drafted 2 corners. We drafted 2 6'2" corners, with Eli Ricks being one of the 2 of them. And he's out of Alabama. And our other corner is out of Texas, Jalen Jones, who is more of a zone corner, but he will probably get a little bit of PT here and there. I can see him fitting in even at safety a little bit, maybe a little bit at nickel. In the big nickel a little bit, but probably not playing a whole lot due to his man being like in the 60s. That's like a linebacker's man coverage. But with that being said, we're going to take a quick look at some players that I've already kind of preliminarily scouted. So we're not going to hire and assign scouts, but we're going to just look at the prospects. And there's a couple players I've added to my board already. So looking at the top 5 of the board, Taylor George is the #1 player that I'm looking at. Western Michigan quarterback, 6'5", is 22 years old, and the thing about him, all we know so far, we don't know his skills, we just know physically. He's not an athletic QB, which is fine. He has great to elite strength, great to elite throw power. I can see his throw power being in the high 90s, and it's a different type of quarterback than I'm used to, but it's a quarterback that I think would work really well in the system I've developed for this Buccaneers team, which is different from the offense that I'm going to be running with the Lions offense in our other franchise. So it's a very different offense, and I think that Taylor George would actually fit the offense that I'm planning out really well. So the thing is, he's looking like he might go in the top 2. We might be in the position where we could draft him at the number 2 spot. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see. We have to wait and see what other teams' needs are as well, and see, what teams need quarterbacks. But I liked him a lot. I also like Gerald Priestley out of Miami, 6'6" at outside linebacker, just an absolute freak. You know, not athletically that great, but he could just fit in as a defensive end instead of a linebacker. And there was a couple other players as well. We were looking at some other QBs. We were looking at Colin Wall and Lorenzo Frazier. Bob Berry was another one. Tyler Swain, the tight end out of Alabama. We definitely need a tight end, so we were looking at Tim Reddick as well out of LSU and Ethan Wright out of Stanford. We were looking at offensive line positions. The interior of the offensive line is really weak. And we're looking at edge rushers, of course. We're looking at Kobe Fox and we're looking at Darren Waddle. Both, you know, some physically athletic, just freak players at the defensive end spot. Both 6'5" or taller. With that being said, again, we can't look too deep into it. We can only see like briefly like their physicals. We can't see their actual skills. So we really don't know what we're looking at yet. That was just a quick peek at potential players we might be looking to draft in the future. Because this season really, you know, as we talked about in just like the season goals, this is not a season where we're trying to win a Super Bowl. This is a rebuilding season for sure. For sure. It's not a retool at all. It's a complete rebuild. All right, we're in nickel. We really don't know what to expect with this defense in this game against Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. We said we wanted to shut down the run, but really it's going to be a tough game. Throwing the pass underneath is Rodgers, completing it for about 5 yards on the first pickup of the game for them. And Muhammad Diabate is starting as our second middle linebacker right now with Leo Chenal not in. Trying to force the incompletion is Jaquan Brisker, but it's going to be another catch, and I expect a lot of that throughout this game. Aaron Rodgers just dicing this defense apart and just finding open receivers. I mean, the corner spot is the bright spot of this team along with safeties, but he's going to have a lot of time in the pocket, and, you know, maybe we can get some coverage sacks. It's a possibility, but it's going to be tough. It's definitely going to be tough. We don't have a lot of great edge rushers outside of Shaq Barrett. And Aaron Jones on the first carry, breaking another tackle from Antoine Winfield and going down to 36. All right, so we got Joey Tryon in, and we got Shaq Barrett, both as edge rushers right now in nickel defense. Out of I form, Aaron Jones on the run just trucks Bryce Callahan before Devin White brings him down. And it is surprising that they didn't decide to stick with Jordan Love at QB, and they moved on from him as the potential future of their franchise, and instead they decided to stay with Aaron Rodgers, who, again, I didn't think that he would want to come back to the Packers. I thought he would want to move on himself, but this version of Aaron Rodgers clearly did not. On the run, Aaron Jones getting stopped, and we are going to hold them to a field goal from the 27 unless they decide to go for it from 4th and 2. I wish they'd be a little bit more aggressive. I feel like the Packers would actually go for this. But instead, taking the field goal, will they make it? And, oh man, just barely. Now, the defense I'm not all too excited about so far because we haven't made a lot of changes to it that have been positive. Jalen Hyatt on the kick return, I'd love to see what he can do on his first kick return attempt. Getting good blocks, taking it up to the 33-yard line. But what I am excited for, though, is this offense coming out on the field. Despite the fact that Baker Mayfield is the quarterback, I am excited because we just have some really great weapons on offense. I mean, you know, Godwin and Mike Evans are one of the best wide receiver combos in the NFL, even right now. Leonard Fournette running the football on the first play, getting good blocks. Wow. You know, Leonard Fournette almost breaking the tackle, going up to the 48-yard line. Just had a really successful run play, looking underneath, and Baker making the pass to Mike Evans. Just threading the needle a little bit. Again, I've developed a whole new playbook for this offense and a whole new offensive scheme. A lot of short passes, a lot of... Oh, Mike Evans open underneath. Oh, he just gets arm barred. It's going to be 3rd and 4. But, again, this playbook is very different from the Lions playbook. Focuses a lot more on short passing. RPO. Oh, Mike Evans, can he break it? He can. And he picks up the first. The defender tripped that was actually coming to him, and instead we do pick up the first. Mike Evans using his strength to just bully his way for the first down. You know, running an RPO with Godwin on the bubble, potentially, and it's going to be open. Godwin underneath, picking up some yards. 2nd and 3. This playbook actually really helps Baker Mayfield a lot. A lot of these short pass plays are just kind of just gimmies. Nice pass to Irv Smith. Irv Smith fighting for some extra yards, making it 3rd and 3. But, you know, it's not putting a lot of pressure on Baker Mayfield to make a lot of reads downfield. A lot of these are just like, you know, first read option plays, a lot of RPOs. Godwin on the jet sweep, trying to fight for the first, but instead we're going to take the field goal. Tying it up 3-3. Not bad. At least. Oh my god, we missed the field goal. I thought we aimed that perfectly. Is there wind or something? I don't know, but I can't believe Suckup just missed that. Alright, well, we're back on defense in nickel, and what should have been a tie game 3-3 instead leaves us down 3-0, and that's kind of what you can expect when your team is not expected to win a whole lot of games. Weird stuff happens. Weird stuff happens. Suckup is usually a pretty reliable kicker and just missed it. And I can say for a fact I did not mistime it or miss, you know, I aim it incorrectly. It was just like shanked to the right. On the run, 2nd and 2. Oh no, it's play action. Short completion though this time by Aaron Rodgers. 1st and 10 now. And I am kind of curious who they drafted. I'm going to have to take a look at their roster. Ooh, we were watching over the middle. Good coverage by Bryce Callahan, making it 2nd and 7. You know, it's basically just Aaron Rodgers there and a bunch of, you know, average receivers, average tight ends. I mean, Juwan Johnson's not bad. We got the stuff over to the left covered. Aaron Rodgers throwing an uncharacteristic ball to Antoine Winfield, who intercepts it. Winfield going down at the 25. Just a prayer thrown up by Aaron Rodgers. And that's going to be the end of the 1st quarter. In a mega jumbo set to start the 2nd quarter. Tossing it out to Leonard Fournette on the left side. He gets a good block. Trying to get a stiff arm off, but ultimately loses 1 yard on the play. We're going to bring Mike Evans in motion and run it again on 2nd and 11. With Leonard Fournette up the gut. Fournette breaking 1 tackle before tripping over his own O-lineman. And it's going to make it 3rd and 8. And we're going to have to find a play that can work for Baker here. Going to have Mike Evans on a go. And we're going to have Irv Smith on a slant, or actually on a drag. And, oh, I don't like it. Oh, actually, oh, Godwin got open, but he got out of bounds. He can get his feet in. We got to punt this away again. Man, well, this is what you're going to see a lot this season. A disjointed offense, punting the football a lot. And this Packers defense is pretty solid. And Eli Rick's playing great coverage on the return, and they fair catch at the 35. 1st and 10 from the 35. We are bringing a zone blitz to start off with. Gotta watch Juwan Johnson, very fast tight end. We got Chenal on him. Over the middle, we got it covered, but oh, down the seam. Nice pass from Aaron Rodgers. Down to the 39-yard line, and they are already in field goal range. And, oh man, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough seeing this defense struggle all season. We've taken the teeth out of them a little bit. Short outs, and Devin White on the coverage. Devin White is the bright young prospect on this team. I don't even know why I called him a prospect. He's the bright young star on this team. I mean, he is the future at middle linebacker. We made that decision to move off from Levante David, who, you know, we put him in a situation where maybe he could go and, you know, win something. We're not winning anything with him on this team right now, but that's just where we're at. You know, we're trying to develop these younger players like Joey Tryon, who is definitely a little bit of a raw player still, in terms of just like, you know, he's a decent edge rusher. He's obviously not much of a coverage player. But he's, by no means is he, you know, prime Shaq Barrett. And that's what we are trying to get a player to look like eventually. Shaq Barrett on the coverage on that play. Getting beat, making it 1st and 10. And the Packers are just whittling us away, getting down to the 13-yard line. We're going to bring a man blitz with Chenal up the middle. And Chenal gets pressure, but Aaron Rodgers gets the pass off. Down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and 1 on the run. Aaron Jones has a giant hole and breaks the tackle, taking it in for the TD. And we fall down 10-0. 1st and 10 from the 21. We're going to do a stretch to the left with Leonard Fournette. Getting good blocks. Probably should be putting Rashad White in for those sorts of plays. Something we're still working on is personnel and kind of best situations to use each of our individual players. But, yeah, Fournette, an outside run for Fournette, maybe not the best decision. We're on play action on 2nd and 11. We got time. We got Kate Otten underneath. A nice catch. Good little block, and then into his drag route. We're comfortable with Fournette on the stretch to the right if it comes to it, but I'm looking for... we got to run it with him. Breaking it back up the middle, and it's going to be 4th and 1 from the 30. I was hoping to pick up the first down off of the RPO, the little pass to the slant, but instead we ran it, and we're just short of picking up the first down. We're punting it away again. And they're going to fair catch it at the 29. And again, like I said, this is going to be what we're going to see a lot of the season. Not the most entertaining of football. You know, it's not a throwaway season. Again, it's a rebuilding season. That's the way I try to look at it, at least. But, you know, having Baker Mayfield at quarterback is rough. I mean, he is a 71 with Stardev, and we can certainly make it work, but at the end of the day, he's not really a playmaker. He's just a game manager. And with the sliders we're not on, you know, like all regular all Madden sim sliders. We're on like some hard sliders where our pass coverage is very good for the AI. But it's something that, you know, with Mike Evans, we just got to give Mike Evans a chance sometimes. And they might break this for the touchdown, and they do. Diabate is not going to get there. I'm not even sure what happened on that play. There was some man coverage. Romeo Dobbs, a pedestrian wide receiver, takes it for the touchdown against our secondary. And I have not called Jaquan Brisker's name all game for making any sort of play. And I haven't really called anyone's name on defense, aside from Antoine Winfield, who got the interception. But they take a 17-0 lead. We're getting pummeled right now. We got to find a way to at least fight back in this game, score something on offense. On 1st and 10, going to run the football, bring in our tight end over in motion. Really, we don't have a fullback on this roster. Fournette getting taken down quickly. We're going to do a play action again on 2nd down. Get a rollout. We got our receiver wide open. Oh, what the? A really bad ball from Baker. I'm not sure who was wide open there. I think it was Godwin. But I thought we had set our feet on the play. We did set our feet. It was just a really inaccurate pass. It wasn't Godwin that was wide open. It was number 84 for us. And I think that... Who is that even? Honestly, I don't even know. So, play action. Roll out to the left. We set our feet. Stop. Make the throw. And we were trying to throw this ball to Irv Smith. I forgot Irv Smith was 84. We tried to make the throw to Irv Smith, and it is not even near Irv Smith. Instead, it was like closer to Blossom game, and instead Darnell Savage just makes us pay with the interception. Yeah, that was just had no chance. All right, 17-0. This is getting ugly. We got to get a stop one time. They're already in the red zone after the interception. Can we get in Aaron Rodgers' head at all? Throwing it underneath Aaron Jones. Nice tackle. It's going to be 2nd and 4 regardless. As time bleeds off the clock, we are nearing the end of the first half, and the Packers decide to use their first timeout finally, even though they have plenty of time with a minute remaining down to 20. I don't know why we're bringing a man blitz. It has not been working all game. Play action. Oh, one-on-one. Almost getting the interception is Carlton Davis. Instead, it's going to be incomplete. Good defense by Carlton there. Showing some backbone for this defense a little bit. Playing cover 4. They're probably going to look for stuff underneath. Some curls and some drags potentially. Watching the short out, but on the right side, they got it again. 50 seconds remaining, and we've got to at least hold them to a field goal here. The short out is there. Oh, my God. And another touchdown for the Packers. And we are getting made fun of. Samori Toure beating our corners, man. That's bad. He's not even a 70 overall. And we're losing 24-0 in this game. And we're going to kneel it out to go into halftime. We're going to try to get Fournette on a screen first play. Looks good so far. Good blocks. Going to call our 2nd timeout. We have 40 seconds remaining up to the 32. On 2nd and 2. We're facing pressure, obviously. Squiggly routes all over the place. Irv Smith over the middle is open, and he holds on to it. Going to call our last timeout. They were in cover 4 on that play. I'm going to send Mike Evans on a straight-up go, and we're just going to give him a chance. And have Irv Smith block. We're going to actually do max protect. And we're going to have Godwin on a deep end. See if we can draw off the safety a little bit. Mike Evans on the go. The safety's hovering over the middle. It's a one-on-one for Mike Evans. Can he make this play? Can he make the play? Oh, he got his hands on it. We're not going for 2 straight shots in a row. We're going to be a little bit more realistic about it. And try to, let's see, can we get Irv Smith out of bounds? I'm not sure. This could be dangerous. Over the middle. Bad ball to Russell Gage. It's going to be 3rd and 10. Okay. We're going to have Irv Smith on the go. Can we have... Yeah, we have Otten blocking. Oh, they jumped off sides. We got a free play. Oh, we threw it up. And, yeah, had no chance. I was hoping that we could at least realistically get a shot to Godwin, but at least we got the offsides penalty. Good job by Baker. I rarely see that. Don't got a lot of chances left in the game. I'm going to fire it up. Let Mike Evans go for it. One-on-one. He's got an opportunity to get it. Oh, his fingertips are just on it, too. We're at the 44, so ultimately, with 8 seconds remaining, we're going to take another shot play. I mean, realistically, we probably with 8 seconds left, we probably should not be going for it here, but we're not going to leave the Packers with much time at all. Take another shot up to Mike Evans. And Mike Evans is just gassed. And they drop the ball in the back of the end zone. 1 second remaining from the 44. And this will be the end of the first half. Okay, in this absolute blowout, we start the second half with the ball. Hyatt on the return. Has been pretty good so far on the return game. Get good blocks going up the middle. Breaks a tackle. Taking it up to the 35. A very solid return for the rookie. Gonna run an RPO to the left again. Getting a bubble to Godwin. Seeing if it's there. And it's not. We're going to give it off to Leonard Fournette, who only picks up 1 yard on the play. Irv Smith is definitely a weapon in terms of just like yak or, yeah, yards after the catch. And so I want to see if I can get him an opportunity. Oh, no, that can't be a fumble, can it? There's no way. We're trying to do a play-action tight end screen to Irv Smith, and he was open on the play, but it got batted away, and it was backwards, so it was a fumble. Baker Mayfield got laid out, and I'm not sure if this is going to stand or not, but if it does, this game is mega over. Can't believe I just said mega over, but it's robo over. It's so over. You know, it was all fun and games in preseason, making some plays here and there with Baker, but go to the regular season, and he is just crapping his pants. 31 zip. Hyatt down from the 22. And I can't imagine some of the veteran players on this team can be very happy with this sort of performance. You know, Mike Evans and Godwin have gotten accustomed to winning. So has Leonard Fournette. And so being a part of a team like this, I'm not sure how happy they're going to be. Oh, underneath. Oh, it was a really dangerous ball. And that could become an issue. It could become a situation where we literally have to trade them away. Godwin on the short out. But we have to see if they'll remain patient enough to stick with it on this team. I mean, I can't lie. If I was a competitor, I would not be happy with what's going on right now. 3rd and 5. Good screen this time. Godwin picking up the first down. Breaking another tackle. Going out of bounds at the 37. And Rachaad White hasn't seen much PT. We got to get him in, especially on these passing downs. Good blocks. Leonard Fournette breaks away. Breaking 1 tackle. Out to the 50-yard line. Out of pistol. Another RPO. This time it could be to Mike Evans if it's available. And it's not. We're going to run Fournette again. Fournette picking up minimal yards. We have a double post on the left side out of pistol on 2nd and 10. Looking for Mike Evans all the way. And he holds on to it in coverage with Eric Stokes all over his back. Doesn't matter. Going to go no huddle. Try to get the defense off balance. See if we can get anything going. Leonard Fournette on the first carry. Picking up only 2 yards. Still averaging 4.3 yards per carry so far. Not bad. From 2nd and 8. Okay, Godwin out one-on-one. It gets tipped away. On 3rd and 8. Looking for Irv Smith on the corner potentially. That's covered. Underneath, we got Mike Evans. Mike Evans turning it upfield, and it's going to be just short, making it 4th and 1. We could try to put points on the board, just take the field goal, but why would we do that? You know? What's the point of just taking the field goal? For our pride? No. Leonard Fournette on the catch. He holds on to it. I was a little worried he might drop it. Nice grab by him, making it 1st and 10. And I bet the defense will not be ready for this. Read option play. They bid on it. Baker on the keeper slides down for a gain of about 4. Kenny Clark is injured on the play. On 2nd and 7. Oh, it's some man coverage. We got to try to throw it away. Oh, we can't get it off in time. We take the sack, making it 3rd and 15. Rashawn Gary in on the play. And we had almost no time to set up and make a throw even. That was like a spacing play where, you know, it's just a quick, like, little curl. And we didn't even have time for them to break on that route, which is insane. 3rd and 15. We don't even have enough time. Oh, man, another fumble off of the sack, and we hold on to it. And now on 4th and 20, after taking another sack by Rashawn Gary, we will take the field goal. We missed one already. Can we make another field goal this time? Or can we make this first field goal of the season? And he almost shanked it right again. I aimed it so far to the left, and he still almost missed it right. Alright, well, this game is not going the way I actually expected it to go. I expected it to be at least competitive, but we were getting killed 31-3. On the run, Aaron Jones running out to the right. We missed the first tackle. Jamel Dean is there. Finally tackle him out of bounds at the 42-yard line. And Aaron Jones is having his way with this defense, and so is Aaron Rodgers. They're in the gun, and despite the fact that they have, you know, almost no receivers on the team even, they're just passing it at will on us. Aaron Jones, we're watching the wheel route underneath. Romeo Doubs with another grab, finally going down with 7 dudes on his back, making it 2nd and 2. Pause. Bringing a man blitz. Oh, halfback screen, we're watching it. Oh my god, Antoine Winfield had a chance for a pick 6, a game-changing play. And he got some brick hands, though, and he dropped it. On the run, we're there, and we can't bring him down, and Aaron Jones fights for extra yards, picking up the first. It is a demoralizing first game in Tampa. The crowd is silent, man. Like, no one has any interest in even being here. It is just a massacre on the field. Aaron Jones getting hit in the backfield, still picking up 2 yards on the carry. Running a stretch out to the left. Aaron Jones finally getting brought down, making it 3rd and 4. They've been just running the clock pretty, you know, heavily. But oh, now they've switched into just full out 4 wide receivers on the field and empty. We got to watch it. And underneath, just, yeah, couldn't cover both players at the same time. And Devin White delivering a bone-crushing hit, but it's not enough to make Winfrey drop the pass. Let's look at this play one more time. So Aaron Rodgers rolls out, and Devin White just lays him out. And then Bryce Callahan comes in and just spears him while he's already on the ground. All right, this is most likely going to be the last play of the 3rd quarter. If they get the playoff in time. And they do run it. The short out is kind of open. We almost get the pick. We finally get it. Bryce Callahan with the interception. A big play made finally by this defense. And Bryce Callahan might be gone. No one's going to catch him. And a pick 6 for Bryce Callahan. And Bryce Callahan, I've had him in other franchises, and he is an absolute beast in coverage. I don't know what it is, but he, at 5'9", he's got a diminutive sort of stature, but he is just a great cornerback. And who else was in it on this play? It was, so Bryce Callahan is the one that ultimately got the tip and got the interception, and Jaquan Brisker is the one that missed the interception, kind of just letting it go through his hands. Both of our safeties got some brick hands, but an outstanding play from the veteran corner, Bryce Callahan, to make it a little bit more respectable game. 1st and 10, Packers back on offense. I'm sure they did not expect that turn of events on the previous set of downs, throwing that pick 6 by Rodgers. Aaron Jones on the carry. Getting launched back, you know, the defense starting to show some backbone a little bit. Devin White doing a good job, forcing him for the loss of 1. Chenal in on the play. Now in base 3-4 again. Antoine Winfield dropping down in coverage. And trying to halfback screen out to the right side, and Vita Vea was all over it, making it 3rd and 11. And the defense starting to make some plays, and we actually have momentum right now, down 21 points. I can't believe it. Aaron Jones on the carry. Can someone get to him? Oh my god, Shaq Barrett missed the tackle, and he gets drugged forward for the 1st down pickup. That was a potentially huge stop. Instead, Shaq Barrett misses the tackle on Aaron Jones, just completely whiffs. Just a huge L. 1st and 10. Running a sweep, and instead it's a handoff over the middle. Vita Vea is just a game wrecker at D-tackle in the run game. Just swallows up Aaron Jones on the play. Now in strong. Again, still, you know, they're probably just trying to run clock at this point. I'm not going to lie. Oh, they're actually passing one time. Good coverage by Shaq Barrett that time. And Aaron Rodgers, 2 picks in this game. Are playing really well on defense. Oh, I said that wrong. We're not playing really well on defense, but we have made some big plays. Oh, Joe Tryon almost with the interception. Instead, at least we force him to punt. We're going to let Hyatt come in for a play. We're going to send him on a drag and see how he does. Again, not a great short and medium route runner, but he's got elite speed, so, I mean, he can just make plays. And one of the easiest things you can do is just run a drag route. And with this, let's see, Hyatt is, ooh, kind of open over the middle, holds on to it, a nice grab. With Devondre Campbell all over his back. I like the opportunity to get Mike Evans the ball potentially on this play. Instead, Godwin open over the middle. Passing game has come alive a little bit. And down 21 points, should we be going no huddle? Probably. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to run a tight end screen for Irv Smith. Can the blocks ever set up for Irv? Doing a good job running after the catch. Breaking a couple tackles. What's the penalty, though? Illegal. What? It's on Will Hernandez. But it's a tight end screen. We were waiting forever for somebody to go actually block. Shaq Mason is injured, too. It's unfortunate. We do not have a lot of depth at guard. On 2nd and 15, we're going to run Fournette. He hasn't had to run in a little while. Although, I do like that Mike Evans is being pressed on the outside. Leonard Fournette on the carry, picking up only a couple of yards. On 2nd and 12, we're going to try a jailbreak screen to the left side with Leonard Fournette, see if it's open. And he does have a good block to start off with, picking up a couple of yards. Shaq Mason coming back into the game, wasn't seriously injured, which is good to see. As we still don't know whether or not we're going to keep him on the team. And any of these players could be traded mid-season just based off of how things are going. K. Dotton's got a one-on-one on the outside. Throw it up, and it's incomplete. Jair Alexander is actually covering him the whole time. Didn't really have much of a chance. Okay, it's telling us to go for it, and why not? Why not go for it? Irv Smith has got the nice out-in route. Oh, he's covered super well, though. On the one-on-one ball, Gage trying to go up and make the catch. He's going to be incomplete instead. I thought he could have held on to that one for sure. Instead, we are going to be back on defense. Down 21. Without a doubt, the Packers probably going to start running the football. We got everybody crowded up on the line of scrimmage. We don't really actually need to do that with Vita Vea being such a beast in the run game. Again, getting Aaron Jones in the back. They basically can't run the ball up the middle. We're not actually blitzing Devin White on this play. Instead, they actually run it again. And we're all over it. It's going to be 3rd and 6. And they're bleeding clock. It makes sense. Up 21 points. Why wouldn't they do that? I expect them to probably run it again. And actually, they are passing. Watching the slant. Chenal's there. Oh, good tackle by Devin White. I don't know why Devin White just kind of sat there. But at least we're going to force them to punt the ball at the 2-minute warning. And like I said, this game is over, but we're just trying to see, what we can get away with on offense, honestly. What can we do on offense that's actually going to be effective? And we found some small things that can work, but nothing that has had a tremendous amount of success. Now, I like this play a lot for Hyatt with the bubble screen. And if it's not there, we can always RPO, hand it off to Fournette as well. But it's zone, so this should actually probably be open. Hyatt beats the man, breaks one tackle, goes out of bounds. And I love using speedy wide receivers on those little orbit screens. Still got Hyatt in on the outside, one-on-one. See if he can beat his man. It doesn't look like he will. Fournette on the outside, and Fournette holds on to it sure-handed. Nice grab by Fournette. Gonna send Mike Evans on the drag route. He's open underneath. He's gonna hold on to it. Stiff arm his defender, Quay Walker, and pick up a couple extra yards. Of course, we don't have a lot of time. They run play action. I bet the defense will not bite on this. We got K. Dotton underneath, but Baker couldn't set his feet, and he just had no chance on completing that pass. I mean, really, that should be an easy gimme. Got Fournette underneath wide open. Fournette at least gets the first down pickup. And go no huddle to speed things up and see if the RPO is available. Mike Evans got a good block from Godwin. Getting to the outside. And we're going to call a timeout. The only thing I don't like is that, yeah, Rachaad White needs to be more involved. That's something I got to look out for. Oh, and a flag on the play and another fumble. I saw the rush coming the whole way. I thought we'd get the block. Leonard Fournette did nothing on that play. Defensive holding, we got just... Oh. Nope, we didn't get bailed out. Well, that's the game, man. There's a minute left. They're just going to run it out. We got absolutely killed by the Packers. The Packers aren't even good on offense, and it is what it is. It's tough. It's tough being in a rebuilding season. And so we just got to take it on the chin and just move forward on to next week. Again, just take one game at a time. But this will be the end of the game. We're going to end up losing 31-10 to the Packers. And we're going to move forward into the stats for the game. Looking at the stats after the game, Aaron Rodgers, 2 TDs, 2 picks. Pretty average game. Or below average game even for him. Baker finishing 34 pass attempts, 178 passing yards, 0 touchdowns and 1 interception. Really just a ho-hum kind of game. Just really boring. Nothing super flashy at all. No TDs in the game is, yeah, just brutal. Aaron Jones, 19 carries, 100 yards, TD. The run defense is poor, for sure. Having given up 5 yards per carry is bad. Fournette, 11 carries for 46 yards. Again, we want to see Rashad White in the running game a little bit. Didn't really see him out there at all. Receiving-wise, Romeo Doubs killed us. Juwan Winfrey even killed us. Mike Evans, 6 catches for 50 yards. Fournette pitching in a couple catches. Godwin getting a couple catches. A lot of short yardage catches. So, you know, a decent amount of targets and receptions, but not a lot of yards to show for. No explosive plays downfield is really the headline from this game. Is, you know, we want to see Mike Evans get, you know, a downfield catch, mossing somebody. Did not happen in this game at all. Devin White leading the team in tackles. Sacks, we didn't get a single sack. That's very telling. Antoine Winfield with an interception. Bryce Callahan with an interception. We might have the worst pass rush in the NFL on this roster right now. No forced fumbles. And we had that 1 pick six by Bryce Callahan. After the game, we got 1 upgrade for our backup middle linebacker, Ulysses Gilbert. And he's going to go up to a 64 overall, which is going to boost his block shed, play rec, strength, and zone coverage. 26 years old, and his zone is like a 64. He's more of a physical sort of player than he is like an actual, like, a player with skills. I don't even want to know if I want to look at this. This is not going to benefit us at all. We did not win the game. We did not, you know, get our keys to victory or game planning the elite quarterback. I mean, we forced 2 interceptions, but really they did kind of what they wanted in this game. I'm not going to lie. And we did not shut down the run game either. And so we're talking to the press conference, and yeah, we just have to kind of eat it, take the L, and we're losing, you know, 5 morale to the team, which is going to hurt as well because we cannot take that at all. And so thank you guys so much for those of you who stuck through the game as we got just absolutely mercilessly beat down by the Packers. And look forward to more of that this season. I mean, the goal is to win, of course, but with this roster and with Baker at QB, we'll see what we can do. You know, Baker's got big shoes to fill, trying to fill in for Tom Brady. So we're going to see what's going on in Week 2 against the Titans. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and peace.